Welcome back to the channel, friends. In today's video, we have a box of Snow Hazard we're going to get into. Let's get it. As you can see, sealed box of Snow Hazard. We're going to dive into this. We have opened a few of these. And,
Artlist.io.
The card that we're really after is the Squawkabilly SIR. We have yet to pull the Squawkabilly SIR, but that's what we're hunting this morning, and we're gonna see if we can get one.
Music licensing reimagined.
Beautiful pack artwork on these. The Chin Pao. I'm not a huge Chin Pao fan necessarily, but we got a love disc. Sundays at midnight, baby. We got an Annihilate. I think that's Annihilate anyway. There's a lot of good artworks in this set.
Artlist.io.
Got Arctivax. Arctivax Caliber, rather. We pulled the Frigivax, finally, in a recent recording.
Music licensing reimagined.
Ramblin', another love disc. All right. We have, oh, my back is killing me, folks. That is Rabska. Little Rabsky action there.
Artlist.io.
Sleeve that feller up. Stay up there. Corviknight. Ridaldi. Meryl. We got the Chin Pao.
Music licensing reimagined.
We pulled the Chin Pao in the SIR in English, and it is actually at PSA right now. PSA is grading it, so it should be slabbed up, I'm thinking Monday. Hopefully it's 40 cards, so I don't know that they'll finish Monday. But hopefully I can get those back before the Chicago Collecticon.
Artlist.io.
It's a lot of stuff. I've got another set there. It's 23 cards that are, actually the 40 cards are in assembly and the 23 cards are in grading, so they should hit assembly Monday, probably fairly early, because the 40 cards went from like
Music licensing
received
reimagined.
to assembly in one day. I think PSA is finally getting caught up, so trying to slow down enough to let my camera focus. I don't know what the deal is. Recently, it's not wanting to focus like right away. I don't know if it's like focusing on my hand. I'm not 100% sure. But I do have new cameras coming. They should be here Monday. They're OBS Bot Tail 2s, so pretty solid cameras from what I've read, all the research I've done. They should be much better than the Tiny 2s that I'm using now, but this will give me extra cameras to, oh, we got the Wuchin SAR. That's going to be our SAR from this box. What are you doing, Mads? Slack off.
Artlist.io.
Mads made an appearance. Say hey. She just woke up. Sleep good. Hopefully this
Music
camera will decide
licensing
to cooperate
reimagined.
a little better and a little faster. the weather wake you up last night? No? It got pretty bad. Dad woke up and watched the Grand Prix at midnight. Your blankets were falling off of you?
Artlist.io.
Did you get them fixed? Well, that's good. Yeah, we had some really gnarly weather here last night. It started, I got up at midnight to watch the Japanese Grand Prix, and it started right around like 12:30, and I was like coming up the stairs.
Reimagined.
I went downstairs to get me a drink, and I was coming back upstairs to the theater room to watch the Grand Prix, and we have this big, like 4 foot by 4 foot window in the middle of our staircase. Our staircase makes like a U, and the slow row and the rain just started like slapping the side of that window, and I was like, oh, and then I looked, and it was raining sideways, and I was like, oh man. And there had been several tornadoes, like, you know, confirmed down in this storm when it was coming into Alabama on the west side of Alabama. So I was a little anxious
Music licensing
watching
reimagined.
the GP last night, and then on about like lap 20 we had a power flicker, so I had to restart everything, which was a pain in the butt. But we ended up not getting any damage. I mean, I haven't looked at the vehicles that are parked outside yet, but just from, you know, like the house, whatnot, no damage on the house, no windows broken, nothing crazy. I know it hailed at some point last night, but I don't know how bad the hail was. But I woke up and I thought the dogs were doing something, and it turns out it was actually hail. All right, we have not pulled this IR
Music
yet.
licensing
We have,
reimagined.
yeah. This is Rookity. Rookity. What do you think about Rookity? You like it? Pretty cool? Yeah? All right, cool. Rookity. Mad's just up here dancing around, making an
Artlist.io.
appearance. She got popcorn all over my floor last night. We got a squawkabilly. Not the squawkabilly we were after, but it's okay. You know, you win some, you lose some. That's our second Wu-Chin SAR from Snow Hazard. So
Artlist.io.
we'll have a backup to our OG. Ben's got you some breakfast down there. A big cinnamon roll. All right, she's out of here. I always love it when Maddie makes an appearance in a video.
Music licensing reimagined.
Q-Font, Bronzong, and a Vespa Queen. Yeah, I just can't, for some reason, I can't seem to pull the Squawkabilly. I haven't pulled that card in English or in Japanese, and I'd really like to have it in one or the other, and particularly a graded version. I don't like Squawkabilly isn't like one of my all-time favorite Pokemon or anything like that, but as a person who lives in the South and grew up in a Navy family, I just think it's a hilarious card, specifically because I live in the South and there's a lot of Billies around here, if you know what I mean. And you know, it's kind of like a Navy Billy, if you catch my drift. So I don't know. I think it's hilarious. But anyway, I would love to have that card in my collection. What do we got in this last one?
Artlist.io.
That's going to do it for this one, folks. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, turning on those notifications, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. All right. We have our sealed box of Cyber Judge. We're going to dive into this Joker, and we're going to see if we can get the Swablu SAR finally. We got the Iron Boulder SAR in our last Cyber Judge opening, so wish us luck. These were from the Snow Hazard opening. Rookity, Vax Caliber, Luchin, and a Revsco. Get those out of the way so we have room for our pulls here. I'm not looking at the camera as much as I probably should, or at this camera as much as I probably should be, but I'm wanting to make sure that this camera is focusing so that you guys can actually see the cards. Not that you can necessarily read Japanese. Some of you may be able to, and if you can, kudos to you. But I just want you guys to be able to see the cards in all of their glory. And for some stupid reason, it's wanting to repeatedly focus. I don't know why that is. Pardon me. But here we are. Oh, Maddie went and got her pony.
Artlist.io.
Where'd you go? What are you doing back there? Did you go eat your cinnamon roll? There's a Swablu. Tinkaton. And a wristwatch.
Music licensing.
I wonder if that's a Rolex.
reimagined.
Funny story. So, a couple Fridays ago, there's a Swablu. All right, so it's looking like a Swablu kind of day. I'm in for it. Or that's Alteria. I'm sorry. The first one was Swablu. We're looking for the Alteria SAR. Anyway, so a while back, I don't know, a couple years ago, my wife bought me a Rolex. I'm a big watch guy, okay? I wear a lot of watches. Love watches. Specifically automatics. I like Swiss watches. I wear a lot of watches. One of my favorite brands is Tissot. I love Gevril. Obviously, Rolex is a great brand. Tag is probably my favorite higher end brand because they make Formula One watches, and I love Formula One. Anyway, a couple years ago for an anniversary, my wife bought me a Rolex, a Submariner, because I'm also a diver. Grew up in a Navy family, was certified to dive when I was 13. Love the ocean. Love it. Should have been a marine biologist or something like that. Unfortunately, I'm not. Pardon me, I've got something hung in my throat from video to video. Random, I know. Give me just 1 second. But she bought me a Submariner Rolex, and I wore it every day. Absolutely love the watch. Silver with a black face. Just incredible watch. Well, there was like I don't know, for like a couple of months, I couldn't find it. I didn't know what happened to it. Got Iron Valiant.
Artlist.io.
And I was convinced that our house cleaners stole it. Because I have like a display case in my bathroom with all my watches. It keeps my automatics, it like spins, keeps my automatic watches, wound, and the date's correct and the time correct and all that stuff. That way when I want to put one on, I don't have to shake it and get it moving, I can just take one out and it works. I might have to make a minor adjustment, but for the most part, it works. I was convinced they had stolen it. Oh, we have Toad Scroll, AR rather. And I know I'm a horrible person for thinking that. I was like, immediately where my mind went, I'm like, they stole my freaking watch, right? So a long time goes by. I don't know, it's 6 or 8 months. Cannot find this watch. And the other day, a buddy of mine was going to play golf, and I was like, hey man, I'll tag along if that's cool. And he was like, yeah, sure. Well, when I unzipped my bag to pull a couple of golf balls out and some tees and my glove and all that stuff, there sat my Rolex. You want to talk about feeling like a big dummy. But yeah, found it, got home, was like, hey babe, you're never gonna believe this. And she's like, what? And I'm like, the cleaners, in fact, did not, come on, focus up, did not steal my watch. And she goes, oh, they didn't? And I'm like, nope, they didn't. Ooh, we got a Tandemau. This is an SR, so this is probably gonna be, now you can still get an SAR. It's very rare when it happens. Oh, get back here, Pokeball. Where are you going? Oh my goodness, I'm making a mess of this. Ay, ay, ay. All right.
Music licensing reimagined.
SR. Yep. Pokeball. You stay. All right. Anyway, yeah, I said, you're never going to believe this. The cleaners did not steal my Rolex. And she's like, oh, really? She kind of knew that from the get-go. She loves our house cleaners. But yeah, I was like, yeah, it was in my golf bag. And she's like, you're an idiot. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm an idiot. And then I said, if this isn't an indication that I need to play more golf. So here we are. Found my Rolex. I've worn it every day since then. So love that I found it. I have a plethora of watches. So I wasn't like
licensing
Ambipom. I wasn't like without, you know, while I was without my Rolex. But yeah, it was a good day and a sad day all at the same time. Like I was pissed off at myself because for one, like I accused somebody. Like, I mean, I didn't accuse them, but like behind closed doors to my wife, I was like, them damn cleaners stole my watch. You know, I was convinced. I was absolutely
Music
convinced.
licensing reimagined.
Ooh, we got a Tandemau. But yeah, I was super duper convinced, and you know, it was a relief to find it, and I also felt like a moron because I was like, you know what, you just straight up, without hesitation, accuse somebody of something, and then they didn't do it, you know. But when you're an idiot like I was, and you lose something, you try to find somewhere to place the blame. We got a Porygon. I love this artwork. This is one of the best artworks from this set. That is such a cool card. Getting better about setting those up there. Can we get an SAR from this box?
Music licensing reimagined.
We've only done it once prior where we got an SR and an SAR out of the same box. So it is very, very rare. We got Home Edge. It would be slick to get that Alteria though. I haven't pulled that card in English either. I have pulled the Iron Hands, I have pulled the Iron Valiant, I have pulled the Tulip. The last time we did an opening of this set, I pulled the Counter Catcher, the gold Counter Catcher, and I pulled a Hoopa SR from the same box. But yeah, it's very rare to get an SAR and an SR at the same box. You're guaranteed one or the other, and occasionally you can get both. But again, super rare. We got a Hoopa there. Super duper rare. I've opened a ton of Japanese boxes, only done it once prior. So last pack of the video right here. I appreciate all you guys being here. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button before you get out of here. And stay to the end so that I can show you where you can find more stuff. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Is this gonna be the one? We haven't done it yet. We pulled some good stuff from
licensing reimagined.
We have not pulled the Altaria. We'll see. There is a lot of good stuff in this set. Actually, this is not Cyber Judge. I'm sorry. This is Future Flash. It's early in the morning, man.
Artlist.io.
I'm half awake. I figured after I shot the last video, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna open one more and we're gonna see what happens. That's a giddy. And if we pull it, we pull it. If we don't, we don't.
Music licensing
But
reimagined.
I just figured, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna combine the two videos. Just so that we can, you know, give you guys a little bit extra to watch. And if we pull it, then it makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? I hope all of you are having a great day. I am rapidly preparing for the Chicago Collecticon. I hope to see some of you there. I think that would be really cool to connect with some of the community. What are you doing? Why is my camera not focusing?
Music licensing reimagined.
Good night. Woo! This thing is really starting to get on my nerves here. I've even like fiddled with the settings. I don't know what else to do. Just let it focus and then go from there, I guess. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why it just can't stay focused on a specific spot, and then because I'm pulling the cards to the same spot every single time. Blows my mind. Maybe I need to open the packs off the camera and then just pull the cards to the same spot. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's probably less annoying for you than it is for me.
Music licensing
but
reimagined.
Either way, it will focus. It just takes it a second sometimes. We got Mass Hole, Tinkaton, Porygon, I really hope we pull that Altaria, finally. There we go.
Artlist.io.
And we're not gonna. This is an SAR. It is Professor Turo's scenario, or Turo's, sorry, scenario. It is the SAR, Professor Turo's. Now, sometimes when you pull a trainer SAR, you can pull another SAR. We'll see. It's a lot more likely when you pull a trainer SAR than it is when you pull an SR. Swablu, Phoebus, Chinpow.
Artlist.io.
So hopefully we can pull another. If we don't, that's fine. I mean, I'll take any SARs because they're what you're after when you're opening Japanese sets, and they're not SRs, which is good because it pisses me off when I pull an SR instead of an SAR. I'd much rather pull the SR or SAR. I'm screwing that all the way up. But what I'm going to do is just dub this video into the tail end of the previous video, and you guys can see both.
Music
and hopefully we'll get lucky
reimagined.
and pull that Altaria. Hopefully we'll pull one that is worth grading. Ooh, I haven't pulled this yet. We have Vanillish. That's a solid. illustration rare. I really like that. I've never seen this. That is pretty sick, I gotta say.
Artlist.io.
I really like that. I hope you guys like what I've done with the desk, with the backdrop, with the editing. I'm trying to spend a little bit more time on my edits. I've been so pressed for time lately. Finally got the cabinets finished for my buddy. I'm working on building the top for him. It's gonna be 4 lower cabinets, 2 upper shelving units. The shelving units are gonna sit on top of the cabinets. And I'm building a white oak top for them. It's the white oak is going to be legit. So I've got some unmilled white oak in various widths. Some of it's like 9.5, some of it's 8.5. We got another toad scroll. We pulled this in the last opening. Not going to spend a lot of time showing that one because you've already seen it. But yeah, I'm building that. And then once I finish the top, I will be installing everything. When I get done, I figured it would be cool so you guys could kind of see what I've been doing in my spare time, besides opening Pokemon packs. But I'll shoot a little video at his house if he'll allow it. I'm sure he will. Of the work I did. And I've been thinking about like showing you guys a video of my wood shop too, which is basically just my garage turned into a wood shop. But regardless,
Music licensing reimagined.
been thinking about doing that so you guys can kind of see why I've been like kind of slacking on my editing, like not putting the prices in videos and things like that. I've just been really strapped for time. And on top of all that, you know, like having a family, having a full-time job, trying to maintain the daily Pokemon pack openings, trying to maintain the daily videos for my YouTube channel. It's been a lot. I've been under a lot of pressure lately, and I'm trying to push these out, trying to stay on top of it. I even made a mistake the other day, and because I have 2 Pokemon, I had 2 videos of me opening Pokemon Center ETBs of Prismatic, and I like literally edited the same one, even though I didn't watch it all the way through, which is what the problem was. I didn't even watch it. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it at all. Otherwise I would have known right away. I just thought it was the correct video, and it wasn't. So apologies there. Screwed up there, but I fixed it and re-uploaded, and we should have an AR in this last pack. Should. You're usually guaranteed 3 per box. The question is, should we try one more time? We did get a Swablu. Have not pulled this yet.
Music licensing reimagined.
That is a quality artwork. We ended up with the Swablu, the Toad Scroll, the Vanillish, and the Professor Turo's Scenario. Pretty solid little lineup there. Not too shabby. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said, I'll try to, you know, at least show you guys like what I've been working on.
Artlist.io.
I hope you understand like why I've been, the edits have been a little lackluster. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, turning on notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Last box. Don't have any more, so it's either now or never.
Music licensing
pull that out here.
reimagined.
I want to put it in the binder. I want it in my binder. We got to make this happen. It's got to happen. It's now or never. I'm not buying any more of these. Not happening. Not doing it. Not now, not never.
Artlist.io.
I hope all of you are having a great day. I hope you don't mind watching 3 spliced together videos of the same box opening. Milotic.
Music licensing reimagined.
We did pull the Swablu AR in the last video. Solid pull. Haven't pulled that yet, which was it was welcomed, you know. I'd like to put the Altaria right next to it in the binder. That would be superb. Since I can't seem to pull that card in English or technically in Japanese,
Artlist.io.
I'm either going to get lucky this time or I'm not going to get lucky this time. Iron Hands. Dude's got some mitts. Got some big mitts.
Artlist.io.
So yeah, as I was saying in the last video, hopefully I'll be able to show you guys what I've been working on. I'll probably do, I thought this would be cool, doing a pack opening in my wood shop. And I also have some really cool stuff
Music
coming soon.
reimagined.
I want to show you guys. A friend of mine does some like, almost on like an industrial scale, 3D printing. And she's making me a giant Snorlax and a giant Espeon for my studio / theater room. And I told her the other day, I was like, hey, you should make some of these on a smaller scale and I'll sell them on my website and I'll do the marketing and all that. Like, you don't have to do anything. And, you know, like we can work out, you know, like a percentage that I get for doing the marketing and the uploading and all that stuff. And you can get, you know, the larger percentage, obviously, because you're doing the majority of the work. But I thought it would be really cool to offer something like that on the website. So let me know in the comments down below if that is something that would interest any of you in the future, because I thought it was a really cool idea. I cannot wait to add the Espeon and the Snorlax to my theater / studio. And I have some big plans for the theater / studio coming up. It's gonna be a while probably, but I'm definitely gonna be changing some things up so that like basically the studio and the theater area are gonna be separated. We got Iron Bundle.
Music
nice little pull here.
Reimagined.
But yeah, so I'd have to like show you on paper because it's really hard to describe. But anyway, I kind of want to switch sides of the room that the TVs are on. We got Iron Hands SR Full Art, which means probably no SAR, but that's okay. We haven't pulled this yet, so that's solid. It's something new.
Artlist.io.
Which is cool. It's okay. We might get real lucky. Probably not, but there's always that chance. Woo-chin. Woo-chin. So yeah, I'm thinking about switching the sides of the room that the TVs are on. And then I want to get a second set. So I'm actually probably going to get rid of these recliners. And I want to get 2 sets of 3. And then put the first set on the floor. And Swablu again, always welcomed. Little Swablu AR action. Yeah, put the second set on the floor, build a little platform, put the first set on the floor. Second set, build a little platform for them. Do like stadium seating with them. And then in between that and the back wall, build a false wall with like a Murphy door. If you don't know what a Murphy door is,
Music
it's like a
reimagined.
hidden door. So do that. Put some sound deadening in the walls between the two. Kind of split my room in two. We got toad scroll. Wow, that's pretty much it for the hits in this one, unless we get lucky and hit an SAR in this box as well. So we've got quite a bit of packs here for basically no more hits. So hopefully we'll get lucky and pull an SAR in this box as well. And then in the studio area of this room,
reimagined.
I want to do like built-ins on the back wall with RGB lighting, and like have all of my collectible stuff displayed. I have Iron Valiant there, little EX reg pull, and then you know, like have the Espeon and the Snorlax displayed in the back. Some things like that. I don't know. I just have a lot of really big ideas. Do like a built-in desk. I want to move my Hoopa. I want to move my sim rig back in here, and I'm going to change it from the triple monitor display, I think, to just like a single 49-inch curved display to make it more manageable, because that's kind of why I moved it out of the room. It's a lot. I mean, it's huge with the triple monitor display on it. But if I could narrow it down to just a single 49-inch display, I could kind of put it in a corner and have my two PCs like sitting on the wall on the built. So like I want to do built-ins on the back wall where my desk is going to be, the rig will be, and all of that stuff, and then you know, have my studio PC with all the stuff in the background. I think it would be really, really cool. I've got big ideas, a lot's churning up here. So we'll see what happens. But when I get to that point, you guys will definitely be the first to see it, and we'll go from there. I appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, turning on notifications, and I'll see you next time. Peace. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you'd like to see more, click on one of the videos right here. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button right there. Or there are playlists in the description down below. Check them out. See you next time. Peace.